to Sestra-Tainment.
I'm Lenora.
And I'm Dee.
And we're coming to you today in regards to
Everything Entertainment.
Yes. So, sis, you are up first. What do you have?
Okay, so I was going to talk about something else, but then last night I got hooked on the show.
Oh, okay.
It's an old show. It only has one season.
Okay.
Got me in my feels because I'm like, okay, I'm watching the show, but now it's not coming back.
Okay. So you already know it's just going to be one season.
Yeah, it's only one season, 2023 to 2024.
Oh, yeah, so, okay.
And you may have talked about this, but I don't remember because we've done like 355.
It's probably more. Yeah, 300 shows.
Yeah.
I mean, not shows, 300 shows, not episodes.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah. All right.
This is Mary and George.
No, I didn't talk about
Mary and George. All right, if you want to watch it, it is on Stars, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so this is basically, look, I'll tell you who's in it. So you got, just a couple of people, everybody's British in it,
okay.
But a couple of people that you'll know would be Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
Tony Curran, you might know him from seeing him on some things. And I believe that might be it. I don't think there's anybody else that you really know.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody else is just kind of people that have been on things like in the background or whatever. So this is a TV show about how a wife and mother has a husband there. This is back in the 1600s or something. And there's a wife and mother, and her husband dies, and now she has to figure out what to do because now the family has no money because he gambled and everything, all the stuff away.
Okay.
So she's like, how am I going to be able to still have my home, still have all of this stuff going on, still have the kids around, and one of my children who is the heir to the heir of the Lord of blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how can I have him who is autistic? How do I make him be somebody so then that way the bloodline will keep going and then we will still have our house and those stuff. So what does she do? She goes to her second born and was like, hey, you like penis? So does the king. So maybe you should go over there and with the king. Yeah, she pimps her son out to King James.
Wow.
And they make King James make Alexander the Great look like nothing.
Oh, wow.
The way that they set all of this up.
Okay.
Like when they first show the king, it was like, yeah, he's here and these are his pretty boys. And it's like three, Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, kind of.
And Guess and Calvin Klein models come out and they're all demure.
Very demure.
So they all come out, and then it's like his right hand man, who is, I guess, like his bottom bitch or whatever.
Oh, okay.
The one that he cares for the most.
The most, yeah. Okay.
So it's like he sleeps with the other ones, but
this is
this is his love.
Mm-hmm. Which is so funny that they would say bottom and not top, but I digress.
Yeah.
Because you would think, why would I want to be on the bottom?
Because we started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So she tells her son, hey, look, your dad's dead. You're supposed to be marrying this girl. And this girl is supposed to be, she's all right. She's French. So we're going to send you to France and get you to get refined and be able to understand all of this stuff. And he's like, if I have to go, I'll kill myself. What happens?
They make him go anyway?
No, he tries to kill himself. And she's like, okay, I don't care
that you tried to kill
yourself.
Wow.
That is none of my concern. You know what your job is, what you were supposed to be doing, and you didn't want to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, I will slit my wrist. And then she goes up to his hand and she said, not this way, cut it this way. Like, if you're going to be about it, be about it.
Jeez.
So she's trying to make him tough. She has 3 boys, and she is trying to make them tough. But she's trying to make them tough and noble. So therefore, they're not supposed to care about anything. They shouldn't care about them. They should only care about themselves once they are in society. So you are not in society yet. So therefore, you are going to learn and take in everything that I said. Yeah, so when he gets shipped off to France for his refinement class, then the guy who's supposed to be refining him is sleeping with another guy that's there. So and then now this dude's like, oh, hey, I'll join in with you all. Mm-hmm. The whole show is just sex, apparently.
Really? Okay.
But it's supposed to be like all fictional, historical non-facts.
Fictitious history.
Okay, so it's basically King James had many lovers. Many lovers. Yes. And he had many lovers, but he always had all men. Okay. Yeah, he was married to the queen.
Yeah, I just didn't know if he ever had
concubines. Yeah, no. Like it was like apparently there was a storyline about how basically he became king at a young age. And this older man actually started to like
groom him.
Yeah, he was being groomed, but then actually it was like he was telling him, he was like, this was the one true love of my life. Like no matter any time in my life when I needed somebody, he was always there.
That was the one. Oh, okay.
And then the things that guy does. So the guy passes away because he's so much older than him. Mm-hmm. So once he passes away, which basically is like you groomed him because you're a pedophile. Mm-hmm. But yeah, once he passes away, he then embalms his heart and sends it to the king and was like, for always and forever or something like that, engraved on a little metal thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird. And I was like, why? Like, why does this man got a heart?
It's a real heart.
It's a human heart. And then at one point in time, like he's kissing on one of the guys, and he just opens his mouth and bites down hard on him. I was like, is this about to turn into a zombie show? Like, is it going a whole nother direction? I didn't know what's happening.
Vampires.
Yeah, because I was like, you showed me a heart. You showed him like, looking at the heart and everything, and then the next thing you know, you show him biting on somebody's arm. So I'm thinking, is it about to be like, where's this show going? No, it doesn't even go to that. That was just
thing.
Yeah, that was his kinky thing. Okay. Yeah, they made it seem that King James was a bottom. Okay. And also his fetish that why he loves men is because then the only time he would be able to feel powerless. Got it. Because he has so much power.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like how people are with dominatrix. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're powerful CEOs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yet they want to lick the bottom of somebody's shoe and be controlled.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's how that is. Okay. But the show is basically just about this young man seducing the king, his mother trying to figure out her own thing. But then what else did she do? She got a side chick. She married to somebody else because her first husband is dead.
Okay.
Yeah, it's back in them days, I guess it was a lot going on. I don't know.
They make it seem like today a lot's going on, but I think back in the day a lot was going on too.
Because there was no cameras or nothing for anybody to see anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything was word of mouth, and that's all like the game telephone. Mm-hmm. Who knows when it comes out? Like, I didn't do that.
Right, exactly.
I was over there, but I didn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I thought it was. I think it's pretty cool. I haven't finished it, but I think it's pretty cool. But the thing that sucks about it is that it is only one season, and the one season is only 7 episodes. I think I'm on like episode 5.
Oh wow! So there's a lot.
Yeah, but and then being able to have the young man try to seduce the king. There's multiple people who are trying to put this together. The queen helps because the queen's like, I don't like his new boy toy. So I want his new boy toy out. And then if you can get this kid to come in and this kid listens to me to tell the king, I'm cool with that.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, then it's like another guy who's like a tax guy, and he was just like, hey, this is not the way that you get to the king. Let me explain to you. This is how you get to him, because this is how that guy that nobody likes got to him. Okay. Yeah, but then there's some witchery stuff going on. There is, it's the 1600s. Some stuff like that going on. But it's just basically a medieval TV show that I guess they were trying to make it something that was going to be more than what it was. It was like a Game of Thrones type thing that they were trying to make. But yeah, because
that was a lot of sex too.
Yeah, and I feel like with this, it was like I'm on the 4th or 5th episode, and they just introduced a new person. So now it's like, okay, so you're introducing a new person. You're planning on to have this keep going.
Yeah, but it didn't. It didn't catch on.
It did
I
not
never
catch
even
on.
heard
It was
of
on
it.
Stars.
Yeah,
That's
I
why.
never even heard of it.
So on Stars, that's why, Stars is not a really big time.
Yeah, maybe
like,
if it was on
premium
Showtime, doesn't even seem like it would carry something. Well, Stars doesn't seem.
I think Showtime would carry it. But yeah, because Stars
Showtime would have been more successful
yes,
with it, but it doesn't seem like it fits the genre of Showtime. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I don't think I've ever seen anything.
Yeah.
Well, no, they had the Traders. The Tudors.
Oh.
They did have the Tudors, Black Sail. They had some
Okay,
shows.
so they have
no, Black Sail might have been Stars. No.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But yeah, I feel like the Tudors was on Showtime. I don't remember. But yeah, it's not a bad show. The only thing is, like I said, the downfall is there's a lot of sex. So if you don't want to see man on man stuff, don't watch it.
Don't watch that.
Yeah. If you don't want to see a mother prostitute her son, don't watch it.
that.
And if you don't want to see a woman sleeping with another woman, don't watch it. But if you do want a good storyline, absolutely watch it. Yeah, it's a good storyline because it's the way that you see the conniving woman and how she was a conniving person and then got with this lord. And then everything that she did to get with this lord, she's not refined, but she's pretending to be refined, does all of this for high society. But then when her kids get older, she's like, okay, so now I got to teach you my tricks. And they're like, Mom, who are you? It's like, you are going to listen to me. They didn't understand. It was like, why are you upset? Why aren't you upset father's died? And she just looks at him and walks away with a smirk on her face. Like,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, absolutely I think that is good, but I guess it depends on where you are as far as your sexual demographic, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I think that it's good. So it's called Mary and George, and it's on Stars.
Okay.
All right.
And it's Marry or Nerry?
No, Mary, like she is Mary. She is Mary. Mary, yeah. Mary is the mother, Julianne Moore,
That's
and
why
then George is the son.
I was just asking how it's spelled. So,
so it's just two names, Mary and George.
Okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
The madam and her, whatever that would be called. What is that?
Mm-hmm. Gigolo? What are you talking about?
No, the madam and what if it's a madam of a brothel, then what are those ladies? The ladies that are for the brothel.
Oh, I have no idea what they're called.
I had it, but then I lost it.
I don't know. Harlots?
Yeah, harlots. Yes, she is the madam, and her son is a harlot.
Yeah,
or harlot.
Show Harlots. I'm so sorry that went off the air. I like that show, but anyway.
All right. Yeah. So what do you have, sis?
All right. I have. Oh, and what was that on? You said Stars.
Stars.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I have a show that sent me down a rabbit hole of 3 seasons since the last time that we got together. So I have been hours and hours. Well, maybe not the last time. Maybe I had started it before our last episode, but now I've kind of gone down the rabbit hole of it. Mm-hmm. And it's called The Summer I Turned Pretty.
I think I remember something about hearing about that.
I've seen it always on Amazon. Like as soon as you cut it on, maybe it's in the top 10 or something, but it's always on that front page. Yeah. And I was like, all right, let me just put this on as background noise while I'm doing something. Mistake.
Yeah, because it's like the girl is like I don't know if she's mixed with something or something like that.
Yeah, I think she's of Asian descent.
Maybe, or Samoan or something.
Yeah, well, and I think so because her mom is Asian on the show, and her dad is not.
Yeah, her dad's a white guy. Yeah.
So, so The Summer I Turned Pretty, it is 3 seasons. This is the last season of the show. And so if anybody hasn't started watching it, it's hard for me to explain the last season if you're not familiar with the show, but I'll try to do a quick recap of the beginning so that you can know kind of what's going on. So anyway, you have the cast of Lola Tung, who plays Belly. So her name is Isabel, but she goes by Belly. And so it's a cute little name for her. And everybody's like, Belly, Belser, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so you have Christopher Briney as Conrad Fisher. You have his brother, Gavin Casalegno, as Jeremiah. Now, remember, Connie Conrad is Connie.
Yes.
And Jeremiah, they call Jer sometimes, you know. So anyway, Belly's brother is Stephen, played by Sean Kaufman. Her best friend is Rain Spencer, who plays Taylor. You have where Conrad and Jeremiah's mom is Susanna, played by Rochelle Blanchard. And then their mom, Belly's mom and Stephen's mom, is Jackie Chung, who plays Laurel. Then you have a little bit of a love interest of David Icano, who plays Cam. You have Summer Madison, who plays Nicole. You have like all these different characters. Oh, and even Kara Sedgwick is in there towards the end. So Kevin Bacon's wife, or Dr. Brenda Lee Johnson on what is it? Not Major Crimes. What is it called? I can't remember. But anyway,
yes.
No,
Criminal Minds.
No, I can't remember it now. I'm Dr. Brenda Lee Johnson. I can't remember. Anyway, loved her.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It wasn't Criminal Minds.
I know it was Major Crimes. I think it might have been Major Crimes. I think it's Major Crimes, and then the next show after that was called something else. And then Belly's dad is played by Colin Ferguson. You know his face. You might not know his name, but he plays John Conklin. And then Tom Everett Scott, you know his name. You probably, you don't know his name, but you recognize his face. He plays Adam Fisher, and he's Connie and Jer's dad. Okay, so I had to go through all that cast because it's a lot. First and foremost, what the show is a lot?
No, not the show. Yeah, the cast. Yeah, okay. Well, because it's a whole bunch of people because it's a family, but then you only see the 3 kids most of the show.
You see the 3 kids. Well, the parents are in there. The moms are in there.
Yeah, the moms are. Yeah.
So basically, you started watching it, or what?
I watched it up. I think I only just watched the first season because they put out 2 or 3 of them. Is it 3 of them?
It's 3 seasons now, and this is the final. The 3rd season just ended. It is the final.
Yeah,
season.
so I watched probably part of the first season.
Okay, so the way that it starts is you have Belly. And so Belly and Stephen always go to the summer house in Cousins, which I guess is like Martha's Vineyard area or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, somewhere called Cousins. They go to that area. I probably should have done more research on that. And Conrad, Jeremiah are there, and the parents. So usually it's this whole group of people who are always going to the summer beach house, and the kids spend the entire summer there together. So Belly has always had a crush on Conrad. He's the older of the 2 brothers. And so he would always look out for her, but also look at her like a little sister. Yeah.
Cousins Beach is fictional
it's
for
not
the
even
show.
a real place.
But it's supposed to be like Cape Cod.
Okay, Cape Cod. Yes. So yeah, because I knew it wasn't too far from Boston, I guess, because sometimes they have to like work in Boston and then drive back to the beach and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, or take the train or whatever. So thank you for clarifying that. And so Belly's had her crush on Conrad all along. And so what ends up happening is that one summer when she comes back to Cousins, it's the summer she turned pretty. So when she gets there, now all of a sudden both Jeremiah and Conrad are like, oh, Belly, like you've really grown up since we last saw you. And so then it's like, Jeremiah is her best friend. So they're always talking. Well, I guess best male friend, because she has Taylor, who's her best female friend. And so basically they're hanging out, they're having a good time. And Connie or Conrad, he is like a tortured soul, basically. Like I get frustrated with Conrad because every episode he is looking so sour and he's looking so sad and he's looking so depressed. But come to find out, the reason he is that way is because he knows his mom is dying. Nobody knows that he knows that his mom is dying. So as the season goes on, he makes certain decisions based on the fact that he knows that his mom is going to pass away. Towards the end of the first season, everybody knows this. They all are made aware that she's passing away, but she's trying to keep it quiet for one last summer in Cousins, right? So one time her friend Taylor comes to visit, so she's at a different area, because, they all travel to Cousins. So her friend comes and hangs out, and she has a crush on Belly's brother, Stephen. So, but they don't make anything really happen, all of that. Maybe they kiss, something to that effect. But he's got a girlfriend. So it's all this stuff. Connie or Conrad, he has a girlfriend who's Nicole that I had mentioned. So she is a person who is like training debutantes, and Susanna wants Belly to be a debutante. So it's all these mixtures and elements and things going on. Belly wants Conrad to take her to the debutante thing, but then this new guy, Cam, shows up. So they hang out. She wants to ask Cam. It doesn't work out. She ends up supposedly going with Jeremiah, but then Conrad does this last dance with her. So it's this real weird conundrum of her being in love with Conrad.
Yeah.
Jeremiah being in love with her.
Yeah.
So now you have two brothers.
Yeah.
That one she's in love with, and you can't really tell if he loves her or not. He gives her little looks.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's such a tortured soul that it's like he's just moody. And you're like, okay, whatever. So he's like, I love you. I don't know. I'm like, I care about you. Well,
he's very emo.
Really.
He's very emo.
He's so emo. And it's
he's
like,
emo, and he's like,
he's just sad all the time.
He has sad eyes.
Yeah.
He's emo, but he's a great person.
He's a nice person. He'll do anything
For you.
people, but enough is enough already.
Yeah,
like, come on, kid. And then Jeremiah is the life of the party. He's fun. Now, he is somebody who I guess is a pansexual because he is attracted to the person and not necessarily
the body,
say
what's
that
in the
he
body.
is, like into guys or into girls. So sometimes you go to a party and you see him kissing a guy. Next thing you know, you might see him hanging out with a girl or, getting ready to go to some dance with a girl. So you just don't know which way Jeremiah is going. But you do know that he cares very deeply for Belly. So therefore, we move to season 2. So season 2, everybody knows Susanna is going to pass away, and she does. So this shouldn't be a spoiler alert because of the fact that we're already on season 3. So the thing is that, and I mean, that it's a potential that she could pass away anyway because she's you could tell she's finalizing a lot of stuff. She doesn't want to do chemotherapy. She doesn't want to keep going through the things because she had this battle before. So now in season 2, you come into it and you're like, wait a minute, is Belly going to be with Conrad or is Belly going to be with Jeremiah?
Yeah.
So this is the whole thing of her starting off one way, you're flipping the script and being another way, and what's going to happen, what's going to work out, who is even her brother going to be with, because is it going to be with her best friend or is it somebody else? You have all these different scenarios that kind of come up. So season 2 is kind of like a transition season where you're dealing with the mom who lost her best friend, and she's trying to figure out how do I navigate the world when my best friend is gone. Right. And has a book that she wrote about it that she was writing while Susanna was still alive, but she doesn't feel comfortable even promoting the book because she's like, so now I'm supposed to make money off of my best friend's death? Like that just feels weird to me. But then her kids and other people are just trying to tell her, look, you got to get out there. You got to, start marketing this book. So you have that layer. You have a lot that goes on with Belly and Conrad, and it's like this weird dynamic of her wanting Conrad rejecting her and saying that he's not interested. So all of a sudden, Jeremiah is always there. So it's like, all right,
fall
Jeremiah,
back on you.
Then I guess they had this moment where she was like, wow, I really do see Jeremiah differently.
Yeah.
Like, he is always there for me. He does tell me how much he cares about me. He does show his emotions. He does talk to me. He's my best friend. So therefore, she's like, why am I so blind to think it has to be Conrad? It doesn't. So it's not like
because she had a crush on Conrad her whole life. She thinks that she's trying to force the Conrad thing.
Yes.
But then she's like, I'm not really feeling like he's wishy-washy.
Yeah, he's
so now, but his brother is there to pick up the pieces and put me back together.
So then she decides, all right, it's going to be Jeremiah. They kiss, blah, blah, blah. Nothing physical more than that. Just nice little kissing. And in the pool,
because they're still like teenagers. What are they, like 14, 15?
No. They're older than that.
Oh, this season 2.
This is season 2. So Jeremiah
they're like
might be
senior?
off in college for his first year.
And they're
then
seniors?
She is maybe a year or 2 behind that or something. Maybe a year behind.
I think she's a year behind.
Like yeah. So anyway, then all of a sudden, when Conrad sees that, guess what? Now he wants Belly.
Of course he does.
So therefore, he starts to mope, but kind of come around and try to be nice and try to whatever, because he's seeing this, and then all of a sudden he's like, look, I really care about you, and I don't want to see you with Jeremiah, so choose me. So what does she do? She hurts Jeremiah. She goes back to starts to date Conrad. Jeremiah is devastated because he's just like, wait, hold up. I asked you before we started, is this something? Because once I am with you, I'm not going to be able to no longer be with you. I think one of the things he said was, if I start kissing you, I'm not going to be able to stop. Yeah. So we can't do this or go down this path if that's not going to happen. And she was like, no, you're the one. This is it. And then next thing you know, he's not. So therefore, they now have to break the news to Jeremiah. Connie gets Jeremiah's blessing and says, look, y'all go ahead. I mean, whatever. But just know, I can't be around.
Yeah, I can't hang out with you.
Yeah, I can't.
This is too hard for me.
Right? Yeah. So therefore, he doesn't talk to Belly. He, goes back off to college. Everything, happens. Then all of a sudden, you come up with the next thing that you see is that he now breaks up with Belly, basically Conrad. So therefore, and that's the thing, that everybody is like, okay, just don't break her heart. Don't break her heart. Don't break her heart. Yeah. And what does he do? Because he's still torn up about his mom and different things or whatever. So he ends up breaking her heart. And long story short, at some point he ends up going to Stanford, which is out in California. And all of this stuff happens as it's just so back and forth. So next thing you know, they're helping him study for Stanford, right? Mm-hmm. In the process of helping him study for Stanford, she's not with him, Conrad. She's just trying to help out. Steven's there. Her brother's trying to help. They're all trying to help him study because he spent so much time trying to, be at this house that his aunt was trying to sell, first of all. So his aunt's trying to sell the house. They're trying to keep the house. There's all this stuff going on. Long story short, they end up getting to keep the house. He ends up trying to go to Stanford, but he has to pass this exam. If he passes the exam, he'll get in his admission. So while he's taking the test, what happens? Jeremiah and Belly have a makeout session.
Of course they do.
He walks in on.
Oh, of course.
So therefore, he's like planning to, I made it to Stanford. I'm going to talk to Belly and try to get her to come with me to California and all of that. But then walks around the corner and sees the two of them kissing while she's wearing his sweatshirt.
Of course.
So it just keeps going down all these paths. And so season 3 basically is that she has realized, and I guess this happened towards the end of season 2, that Conrad's wishy-washy, 100%. Jeremiah, solid. So therefore, I'm with Jeremiah. Period, point blank, done. Conrad, screw you. Like, I mean, not really. And then Conrad's in California, so he's like, perfect. I'm all the way out here. My brother's dating my ex-girlfriend all the way over there, so lovely. I don't have to be around it. I don't have to see it. But of course, things happen, like a mother's memorial.
Yeah, then they always have to come back together.
And so the whole series, like I said, it had me in a chokehold. Like, I'm watching this like I'm a teenager watching the show because I'm like, why am I so invested in where this is going to go?
I do, that's what happens in those kind of shows because you know what? It's like adult relationships, but it's teenagers doing it.
Yeah, but the thing is like with adult eyes, I'm looking at it like this is stupid.
But then it's like, but they're a child, so they don't know, so they're going through it.
So you're seeing all these crazy like, I want to be with him and I want to tell him that I love him, but I can't tell him because then I'm going to look stupid because if he doesn't love me, then I'm going to... So it's all these like, which I guess adults still do anyway. But
it's a lot of insecurities.
Yes. What I will say is this about this show. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. It's not a bad show.
Really enjoyed it. Not a bad show at all. The acting is really good. Although Conrad's character, with him moping around 90% of the show, like to the point that when he would start smiling or joking, it was cringy. It was not even
It was like you look like
looking.
A serial killer.
So I was like, I don't like it. Yeah. I will say to you, look at Conrad because that's Gavin when he gets older.
Oh, I said that when I first saw it.
Of him.
Yeah, that's Gavin.
Nephew.
Yeah, absolutely. I said that as soon as I saw it.
As I looked at it, I was like, I have to send this to Jessica.
Yeah, especially when he has like his full hair and it starts to hang down a little bit on the sides, like by his forehead. Yes, Gavin.
It looks exactly like him. Now, Gavin's not going to be that moody. We're not going to allow him to be that emo.
He's not going to be. Yeah, but then Gavin is also going to be a lot bigger.
Yeah, his
than him. Because Gavin's already 6 feet tall at 9 years old.
He's not. But
he's not. But
Conrad is one of the tallest people on the show.
Yeah, on the show.
Steven are like the tall ones on the show. So, what I will say is Jeremiah. Love Jeremiah. Okay. Like, that is my heart. Like, I'm just like, oh, Jeremiah, you're just such a... Because the thing is that Jeremiah wants love, right?
Yeah.
He wants his father's love. He wanted his mom's love. So his mom being that she passed away.
Yeah, that hurts
And
him.
that was his person. Like, his mom was his person.
So now he feels alone.
His dad was Conrad's person and always made him feel less than
So now
Conrad.
he feels alone in his own family.
It's always like, Conrad being the doctor and Jeremiah needing to stay in college to finish an extra semester. And Conrad wasting $20,000 of my money because of that. And Conrad not doing da-da-da-da-da. I mean, not Conrad, Jeremiah. So Conrad's the wonderful one. Jeremiah is not doing anything. So therefore, you could just see all of the happiness that he has, and then he just sinks into himself because his dad just treats him like crap.
Yeah.
And he's always looking for that approval. And I think that that's why with Belly, he was like, all right, I'm going to shower her with love. I'm going to give her love because she'll give me love in return. Even if I don't see the same love in her eyes for me that she has in her eyes for my brother. But I know that I'm going to do better by her than my brother. So I don't feel bad about it because I know I'm the better person for her. My brother is not going to give her what she needs.
Yeah, she's going to be miserable with him.
She's going to be miserable.
She'll be happy with love.
Yeah. She's in love with him, supposedly, but she'll be miserable.
She doesn't know what love is. She's still a child.
Well, and here's the thing. Okay, so this thing is bigger than I thought because now I open up TikTok today. And what does it say? It has a message that says, hey, Lenora, do you want to create a TikTok with a whole thing over your picture that says your team Jeremiah or your team Conrad?
That's too much.
Isn't it? So it says here.
I don't like how the phone just pulls up stuff like that.
The summer I get married. The summer I turned pretty. Yeah. First loves are important, but not as important as the last. So complete the challenge and unlock a profile frame for the summer I turned pretty. Your challenge is to create a post about the show and get 1,000 views of why you're Team Jeremiah or Team Conrad. Yep. And use the hashtag summer I turned pretty. So I'm like, get out. I'm Team Jeremiah. But now the crazy thing
This is like Twilight if it wasn't vampires and werewolves.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking as I was watching it. It's like, this is
Twilight.
Yeah. And I can't remember the two characters' names, but anyway. Yeah. So, and I know everybody else does remember, but I don't remember. So anyway, but yeah, so many people are Team Conrad. And my thing is this: how can you be Team Conrad? Yes, she loves him. She has goo-goo eyes every time that she sees him, almost every time that she sees him. However, other than when he takes her off and then she's like, has eaten the steam. But my thing is this: would you want that love for your child?
Yeah, exactly.
Would you want that love for yourself? Where you are pining
you know what?
over
Those
somebody.
people probably do want that love for themselves, and that's why they think that it's normal.
He gives and he takes. It's like a fisherman who like reels you in and then he gets you and he throws you back in the water. And then he reels you back in again and he throws you back in the water.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be with somebody
over
like that?
And over again.
All these women are like, no, it has to be Team Conrad. That's who she really loves in her heart. Okay, if she really loved him in her heart that bad, why did you date his brother?
That's
because
facts.
if you go with one brother,
and
you're in love and you kiss and whatever,
and
then that brother treats you horribly and leaves you on prom night and the whole 9 yards, and then like literally has you crying in the rain during the prom. Why in the world would you then turn around and say, okay, but your brother is treating me nice and kind. And by the way, I grew up my whole life with both of you. We literally have summered together my entire life existence. Then you know that's going to cause drama if you start dating the brother.
Correct.
Even if this one is saying, I don't really want you. He doesn't want you with his brother. So then you date the brother. You break the brother's heart to then go back to this brother. Then you get out of the relationship with this brother and go back to the other. Like all you're doing is this yo-yo of two brothers.
Yeah.
which is insanity.
It is insanity.
So therefore, and even to the point that like other people who found out about it is like, what kind of messed up situation?
I mean, yeah, it is. But I mean,
with two men in your entire life, and both of them are brothers.
Yeah, but that's all she knows.
That's all she knows.
That's all she knows. So she was graciously groomed into those two brothers.
Well, in a way, Susanna did say, "You're going to marry one of my sons."
Yeah,
so there was that.
But then it's like but I mean, you don't know. Maybe it's a lot of teenage type things like that are happening that we don't know about.
I don't know.
In this new day and age.
I went through a whole Reddit thread. Like, I've been in it.
Oh, you were deep in that rabbit hole with Alice in Wonderland.
I don't know why, but I went down the whole Reddit thing, and so many people like Team Connie, then a bunch of people at Team Jeremy. A lot of people think Jeremy is just too immature. Jeremiah. Well, they call him Jared.
Jared.
Yeah, Jeremiah. I'm sorry, but they call him Jared. So right. But it's like people are like, he's too immature. He's not, stable enough. Connie's going to be more stable because he's going to school.
But just because he's stable don't make it. So she needs to settle for somebody who's not really going to love her.
That's what I'm saying. Well, but he does love her. But the thing is, you have Conrad
not
who is
in
like
love
this.
with her. How about that?
No, he's in love with her supposedly, but it's like this. I'm in love with you, but I see my brother's in love with you, so I'm going to step away so that he can have you.
Yeah.
Because that's how much I love you, is I want you to be happy. Now, when you guys get really serious and it's like serious talk, now I need to profess my love to you because I want you to be happy with him, but I don't want you going to like every new level with him.
I don't want you to be excited to be with him. I just want you to, have fun with him.
Just settle until I'm ready.
And then when I'm ready,
now I'm going to profess my love. Come back to me. And I know I'm going to hurt my brother.
Baby, come to me.
Okay, stop. But so come back to me, and then I know it's going to hurt my brother, but he'll be okay. He'll understand. And oh, by the way, like, it's always supposed to be us. Like, it's only been you. Yeah. My whole life, it's only been you. Yeah. And it's like, but has it only been me? Because if that's the case, then when you knew since childhood that I liked you, why were you not giving me the time of day? Why were you dating this girl named Nicole? Why were you doing all these other things? So, anywho, it's a show. That's all I can say. So, this is the last season, season 3. And it ends in a very interesting way. But what I'll say on my Reddit is because I put a Reddit out there too. And I said, look, I'm team nobody. Because I was team Jeremiah. But at the same time, I'm like, look, all of them are too young. They're like 21 years old.
Yeah.
All of them are too young to even think about.
Go explore.
All these relationships and experiences and all of that. Connie needs to all of them need therapy. Connie needs therapy to figure out this whole thing about his mom and who he really loves and what's going on with him. Jeremiah needs to figure out about his dad, losing his mom, and is he just wanting who his brother wanted just to show he can one up because of the problems that his dad has put on him. So it's almost like Connie's perfect. Well, he ain't that perfect because I stole his girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the real reason why you were doing everything for Belly? I don't know. And then Belly yo-yoing back and forth like, stop being a harlot. And just go ahead and live your life for you. And then if you find that that's who you want, great, whoever that may be. But like, come on, chick.
Question: in season 2 and 3, do the parents talk to the kids about what's going on?
Oh, no, not really.
See, I feel like that is.
Well, let me go back. Once things
one
start
part.
getting serious with one of the relationships, the parents are very opinionated.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general, it's like if you see your daughter all goo-goo out over this person and now she's goo out that person.
Well, it's more
hey,
like,
baby, come here.
Hey,
come on. We need to have this conversation because I can already see that this is a whole 3-season TV show.
Yeah, this is already a triangle. Yeah. So but no, a lot goes on, a lot takes place, and I think it's a really good series. It can definitely keep you. Interacting and engaged. Ooh, sorry, I had a hiccup. But anyway, so that's what I have. So the summer I turned pretty. It is on Prime.
It is on Prime.
Yep. All right, what you got, sis?
All right, so what I want to talk about is the Judd family.
Oh, yeah.
Truth be told. Wow, it's very, very good.
Okay.
It's a must see. Never knew anything about them, but I mean, of course, I was growing up as they were becoming the big names that they were. So yeah, it's It even goes into Naomi killing herself.
Oh, okay.
I think Ashley Judd, who was my all-time favorite actress for the longest time, I think that she lied at the end of the documentary.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you about it later on.
Okay.
But yeah, it seems.
And she was involved in the Me Too movement, or was that?
Yeah, she was involved.
I was gonna say, I thought she was in that too. Yeah. Okay.
And she talks about how her mom impacted her life with everything that was said. But I feel like because her mother and her sister were on the road.
Yeah.
She didn't get that time. So when her mother needed her, like she felt that, and but I feel like I feel good that my mother needs me and not Winona.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but then it's more that's tied into that. So, but yeah, after I watched it, I was like, you are an actress.
So you think she was acting?
I absolutely believe that she was acting. Wow. But yeah. All right, so yeah, let's go into it. So this is about the Judd family. So you got Naomi, Winona, and then it's about them and their group and everything. And then Ashley is the younger daughter/sister. So Naomi was very young and beautiful and raised by a mother that was not a very happy mother. Her mother was very evil to her, very, very evil to her. But she always criticized her for like everything, every little detail.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of people that grow up that way.
Yeah, I'm realizing that now.
Like we are blessed,
very blessed.
Yeah. We really are.
Yeah, anyway. It's like we like there are people. It's like I don't want to talk on the phone to my mom, and I'm like, man, why my mama call me? That's the difference. Yeah.
Shout out, mom.
Yeah. Shout out, mama. All right, so since her mother criticized her and everything, so when she was born, her actual real name was Diana. She changed her name to Naomi. Yeah. So she got pregnant young. And when she got pregnant young, that broke her mother's heart, broke her father's heart. But her mother was just like, you're going to get out this damn house. And you need to figure out something because you are a disgrace to this family.
Wow.
You're having a child out of wedlock. Yeah. So what does she do? Then she goes to move in with her boyfriend. And her boyfriend is very distant once the baby gets here. Once Winona is here, he's distant. So they try to figure out, like why is he so distant? Winona says, I just remember that he never liked me. She said, I just remember like being like 3 or 4 years old one Christmas and him looking at me just like
disdain.
Yeah, absolutely. And she was like, yeah, he just would make me feel uncomfortable. So once all of that's happening, she was like, all right, we need to figure out what's going to happen, how we're going to do this, because now I have an unhappy husband who I'm unhappy with. Because we're forced to be together. And I have a child that you don't even like, our child. And now we have another child together, and you're always gone. You're never home. So after all of this is going on, she was like, all right, look, we need to get a divorce. And what did he do? He left. He moved out.
Okay.
And so she didn't work. He said he was going to take care of her. He had, a pretty decent job. He moved out. And then when she was like, hey, I need to get some like diapers, I need to get some food or whatever. He was like, well, you should have thought about that before you divorced me.
Wow.
Yeah. So that makes her like basically break down, but like her breaking down is now I have to try harder. I have to work harder. So now she's going back home. Living back home, and then she's, finds, like, I can't live here near my mother.
Okay.
This cannot happen. So now she's gone back out to, somewhere else to live. Now, when all of this is happening, this is when she starts to write. And this is when she starts to write music. Okay. And her main thing was that she always wanted, like, the girls to, like, take a lesson for some kind of music. Okay. So it was like the violin, it was the piano, whatever. It was, you had to like pick up an instrument, basically. So, Winona wanted this guitar. So Naomi is actually dating this guy, and she's like, yeah, like, she wants to play the guitar, so I really want to have his guitar. And she started to try to learn it all on her own, like busting her tail to learn it. And then him being a guitarist from a band, he goes and he's trying to help her more. So that ends up helping her out tremendously. So because she had no money, she had no job, and she kept moving back and forth, when she got with him and she starts writing her music, that's when everything starts to take off. Now, Larry is the guy that she was with. And Larry actually ends up being like the girls. That's who they call Papa. Like that's like their dad.
And this is like a documentary.
Yeah, this is a full-on documentary.
Is he in it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just didn't know if he was still around or
he's in it. He's in it. Now I don't know how close him and Winona are, but Ashley looks at him like, you are my dad.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But I could see the affection between him and Winona.
Okay.
But I think it's different because Winona has a whole different life than what Ashley had.
Yeah, she remembers.
Yeah, no, they had two different lives. Wait for me to get onto that. Yeah. So, she writes her music. She's with Larry, and him being another musician, he has his own band. So, like, they're trying to make it. And then, so when they fall in love, they're living together, and he ends up being a great father to the girls.
Okay.
But not in like a traditional way. He wasn't like getting up and making them snacks or anything. But he was just like, I'm there for you whenever you need me. Like, I'm here, but I'm not going to come and ask you things. If you want to know something, I'm here for you, whatever. So, what happens is it goes into different things that will happen. So now Winona is older. She has a beautiful voice, and Naomi, she's writing this music. So now they're singing together, and she's like, "Come on, you're going out of school, and we're going over the road." So now it's like Naomi wanted to be a singer and wanted to be somebody. So she has a daughter who's like 17 years younger than her, 16 years younger than her. And she's like, all right, I'm bringing you with me. Like, you're my plus one because you can sing and you can play the guitar. So now we are going all around. She said, Winona was talking about how she was like, there was a lot of places that I went to that I should never have been. Like all of the things that, she was like, I was constantly at bars. I was constantly in creepy studios. I was, constantly up until 5, 6 in the morning, riding in vans with people that we don't know, like things like that. So she really goes into that. But then it goes into both girls ended up having to talk about their sexual assault. So they both had sexual assault things happen to them multiple times in their lives.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and neither one of them knew about what was happening. The other ones,
okay.
the other one there. So it's like Winona didn't know about Ashley's. Ashley didn't know about Winona's. Yeah. So now Winona she has the strong, powerful voice, and when they get a record label that's wanting to, work with them, then it's like, okay, Winona, can you sing this part? It's like, okay, hold on, wait, she sounds really good, Naomi, so we're going to let her sing this part. I think Naomi was very jealous about that because she was like, these are my songs. All of this is me. I was the one that, I am David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations. It was very much that.
David Ruffin and the Temptations. Yeah. Well, and she's like, and I birthed these kids. Winona came from this, so therefore, how are you going to put her on the front?
Exactly. So, but then they were also saying that Naomi could only sing and harmonize with Winona. She can't do it with anybody else. Wow. There were like some of the ways that she was harmonizing with Winona was like, it sounded good, but then it didn't sound good at the same time. So it's like if you were musically
solely with her, but because the two of their voices work together, but
no, they're talking about like when they're recording, they were like, if you were a music person, you would be like, that sounds horrible, but to just untrained ear, that sounds good.
Okay.
So then it was hard for them
she really couldn't sing.
Yeah, no, I guess. I mean, like she could, but she could hold a note. Winona had every one of them.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
and it could be pitch. It could be a lot of different things like that. Yeah.
So, Winona being the main one who is the singer.
She's powerful. Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite songs is "Mary, Did You Know" with her. And
yeah. Okay.
I get chills when I listen to that at Christmas time. It's one of my favorite songs. So yeah, and I didn't even know she was singing in it. I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds so amazing. And then when I saw the music video,
there's like, oh, look at Winona.
I was like, oh, that's Winona's voice. Oh, I love that song. Anyway,
but so as all of this is happening, Ashley starts talking about how she had to go and live with her dad. Now, don't forget, her dad left her.
Yeah.
And her mother and her sister high and dry.
Yeah.
But because Naomi and Winona are touring and trying to get their whole profession, up off the ground, Ashley was like, yes, I felt that. And it was so crazy because Winona said the same thing that Ashley said, but in two different parts of their lives.
Oh, okay.
So Winona had said, I remember that I felt out of place because I could see how much Mom and Ashley looked alike and how they were so similar. And she said, and I just felt I have my father here who doesn't like me, and then I have them two that are buddy. She was like, but I was protective over that little girl.
Okay.
She was like, that was my baby. That wasn't Mom's. That was my baby, even though it was her sister. So and then it was
me with you.
Exactly. See, look at that. Okay. So then and then after that, Ashley ends up saying, I felt distant between my sister and my mother because of the fact that they went off and they left me by myself. So she's jealous of...
Both of them were jealous of the relationship
with their mother. Yeah. So she was like, so now she had this time with Mom.
Me with you. And Mom, you being Mom's favorite.
Exactly. That's what is that what it is? Is it jealousy?
More like Mom. Yeah.
Is jealousy?
So yeah, it's jealousy right here. But anyway, I digress.
Hey, that's good to know.
Therapy session.
I didn't know that was a thing, but hey, you know what? We just had an enlightened moment.
We did.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
The Judds brought us.
Brought us together.
Yeah, realization. Yeah.
But so it's just like they had the same exact things going on with them, but at different point in times. And then as you start to hear more about Naomi, you realize Naomi was not all there. Naomi was going through some things. Okay. But would put a smile on and fake the funk. Yeah. But they said that in her last, 10 years, she barely slept.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Her husband, Larry, he was like, I would be laying in the bed and he was like, I'll wake up to her just pacing in the bedroom.
What?
Yeah. She's like, I can't sleep. My mind won't cut off and this is happening. This happening. Yeah, it's just nonstop going. And he was like...
Makes me wonder if that was Michael Jackson and that's why he needed
maybe the propofol.
Yeah. Like if that's how some people just...
that could be a possibility. Yeah.
And that's why, like if she had if they can't sleep, then okay, this is what I need. But it's like an entertainment industry thing.
It might be. I don't know. Maybe it's the strain of success.
I don't know.
Wanting something so bad.
Yeah.
But he's like, it got to a couple of times where she wasn't really eating or anything to where she was walking around pacing and then she passes out.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like it got really bad. So Winona talks about how she had not read her mother's book. Mm-hmm. She was like, I can't.
Yeah.
She was like, because she doesn't like me. I took her spotlight. No. So they play the audio part. They was like, okay, can we play this for you, whatever. So she was like, yeah, all right, first time I'm hearing it, let's go. And she plays something, and there's something in the audio book about Winona, and it was like, she was talking about her... It was like I guess it was like a little poem or something that she said, and she was like, "My lost love, like you're gone, but I always wish that you were here. But we have this tethered relationship, and I wish things were better, but I could only do but so much and stuff like that." And then Winona has her moment and everything with that. Just hearing about that. She's like, I heard all about the book, but she was like, I didn't want to read it. Yeah. I don't want to relive any of that. Mm-hmm. And then also she probably also didn't want it to be that she not only reliving the things, but then also she would have to then remember all the traumatic things. Yeah. That her mother had gone through. She didn't want to learn the traumatic stuff that her mother went through, to where she would make it feel like, oh, I can forgive my mother for this because she went through this. Yeah. She was like, I didn't want to change my mindset. You were still my mother, and this you did not protect me, type thing. They said that she was a habitual liar. Naomi was a habitual liar, and then they show clips of them on, I don't know, some old TV show. It might have been I don't even know who this person was. I've seen the person before, but it had to have been like a 1985 late night TV show that didn't last. But yeah, but she's sitting there, she's talking to him, and then she was like, yes, and I've done this and this and this. And then you see Winona just look at her like, no, you haven't. And then she was like, and then she said, and I remember being like, I'm on TV, so I have to fix my face now. And then she said the biggest thing that she hated was when her mother is like, isn't that right, Winona?
Oh, now you make me co-sign to your life.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes. So, yeah, they had a tumultuous relationship.
Yeah.
But
it sounds like she had the relationship with Winona that her mom had with her. Slightly different. Wait, say it again? Like
Naomi's mom had with her? Yeah.
But Naomi's mom was like evil. Like, whereas she was more like
selfish,
maybe manipulative.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I don't even know.
She could have just been messed
I don't even
up
remember
from the
them.
start.
Yeah, I don't even remember them saying anything about Winona being in school. I really don't remember any of that.
Really? Maybe she didn't.
She might not have went to school. I don't know for sure.
Maybe she was homeschooled.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah. So all right, I'll tell you why I say that Ashley Judd was lying.
Okay.
So they talk about how Naomi was going through things back and forth, always having issues, like mentally she was breaking down.
Yeah.
Like needing help. And she texts Ashley and says, please help. Ashley said, and I got the text message the next morning, and I went to the house and I'm yelling for mom, and she couldn't hear me. She was like, but she was in the bedroom.
Okay.
So she was like, I was talking to her, and then I said I was going to go get her some tea so she could relax. And I went downstairs to get tea, and then when I came back in, she had shot herself. So you trying to tell me you didn't hear your mother shoot herself?
Hear a gun go off?
Thank you.
Yeah.
But then also, if she texts you at 3 a.m. and says, please help, that to me makes it sound like you didn't go at that time because your phone could have been off or whatever.
Yeah.
Do not disturb. But then by the time you found out, you get there, and now your mother's gone. But because she reached out to you, now you're like, she reached out to me and I came over and I saw her in her last moments. And and then now she has that
So you think
feeling.
that she's trying to pretend that she saw her mom in her last moments, but her mom was already gone when she got there.
Yes, because then she also said yes, and then she was laying on the ground, and right before she had passed, she shot herself in the head. So how are you trying to tell me that everything online says instantly?
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Like, because sometimes people, still live.
Yeah. But no, everything online, because I went down the rabbit hole.
You went down the rabbit hole.
And it said, shot in the head, self-inflicted gun wound to the head.
Passed away immediately.
Immediate death or something like that. So it's like, so now you're trying to say that you saw your mother, you talked to her as she was dying, as she was bleeding out of her head, where she shot herself.
Wait, she was talking to her then?
She was talking to her mother as her mother was sitting there dying,
not calling 911.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. She's an actress.
Yeah,
but she cannot write a script. Because that makes no sense what you just said.
However, she also could be a compulsive liar like her mom.
That is very true.
You never know.
That is very, very true.
Wasn't that right? Why?
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah, so
but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's.
We have to check that out.
Yeah, it's good. The only thing is it's on Lifetime, so I watched it. Didn't watch it here. It was on Hulu Live.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, you did mention that.
Yeah.
It was on something different.
Yeah, because I was like, man, it's not on Hulu. It's on Hulu Live. But yeah, if you have the Lifetime, I don't know if it's an app or if it's just an add-on to whatever you're doing.
Sometimes it's an add-on to some other things. Like I know Sling TV.
Yeah, I thought it was on HBO.
And
I thought under Max.
Maybe
I thought it was
Disney Plus.
maybe Disney Plus.
Like I don't know. Or Discovery Plus, because I think you can do Discovery Plus.
Oh yeah, maybe
some
so.
Other things like WeTV and OWN and all that kind of stuff.
Well, no, all of that is under Max.
Is it now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know.
So I don't know either, but yeah, if you look it up on anything, it says that it's on Lifetime, or you can rent it for $5.99 from Amazon Prime. But it is very good. It's a lot of things that I didn't know about them, and it was so crazy because it was like I remember growing up, and it was like 3 country artists that I knew, and it was like was his name
Kenny Rogers?
No, that was before my time.
Oh, I thought you meant like that you just knew like.
No, I mean like like as I was growing up, these were the 3 that were always on things. So it was like the Judds, it was Garth Brooks,
yes,
and
Hootie and the Blowfish.
No, not Hootie. I just had the name and I lost it.
I don't know.
Just something Brothers or something like that.
I don't know, but we have dead air.
Anyway, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, my bad. But yeah, whoever it is, I can't think of who it is. But it was like just a few people that I knew, and
like Travis Trent, or
yeah, it might have been like Travis Trent or Lyle Lovett or something like that. One of them. But it was somebody in that time when Kyle Petty was still in NASCAR.
Yeah,
It's so silly. Yeah, but yeah, no, definitely check it out. It is a must watch. I thought that it was amazing. I thought it was a very good because, you know, when you're outside looking into the celebrity life, you don't know what they're going through.
No, you really don't. You look at them, they've got everything in the world that they could possibly want, and you're like, you don't. Yeah,
it's like, but you don't even know that's what's gonna happen. But it's very good. Please check it out. And then, like I said, I think Ashley Judd is a liar, and now I'm gonna have to boycott everything.
No,
I won't boycott her movies because she's not in anything more because of Epstein or what's his name?
Yeah, something.
Weinstein.
Yeah. Harvey Weinstein. So yeah.
What you got to wrap us up, sis?
I just have something really quick, and it's just that Sheinelle Jones is back on the Today Show. And for people who don't know, because you're looking at me like, what? But so Sheinelle Jones has been gone for months and months, maybe most of this year, if not all of this year, since before Hoda retired.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And it was right before Hoda retired. So everybody was like, wait a minute, hold on. You're not even here for Hoda's retirement? What's going on? Are you upset because you weren't chosen as her backup? Had nothing to do with any of that. Her husband had terminal brain cancer. Oh, God. And it was the fast-moving brain cancer to the point that within a year he passed away. And so she ended up saying that she wanted to take a leave from the Today Show to be with him, you know, for his final, like however long his final time was going to be. So she said because at one point she was on the Today Show, she'd leave, she'd run over to his chemo appointment, she'd be with him. They have 3 kids, a set of twins and another child. And so it was like, how do you manage all of that, right? And so she, as of today, came back to the show. She said he was 45. They had been together since he was 17. And she was 19. And the thing is that she took him on his college tour. When he came to college, she was the tour guide who took him around the school.
Yeah, probably him and his family, like all the families or whatever.
Something like that. And then they just connected from that point. So their whole college career, everything they spent together. They had been married for 18 years. And she just talks about how it was a beautiful nightmare is the way that she describes it. So she said just the full closure of everything. She said when they were college students, they would look out of the window and stare at like the big clock on the college campus and wouldn't even talk. They would just like both just sit there and stare. And she said, and at the end, they were both sitting there and staring because I don't think he could talk then. Yeah. And they were just staring out the window at New York City. And she was like, it just all came full circle. She was like, this just feels divine and it feels tragic and it feels like, there's just so many emotions. And then she would have to come home and take care of the kids and make sure they were going to school and make sure, you know, all these things were happening. And so he passed away and that was in May. And she now on September 5th came back to the Today Show just for the Friday episode. And then next week she'll be back in rotation. Yeah, in rotation. So she was like, I was nervous because you know she's like, what
was her position? What did she do?
So she is on. Basically, she is a kind of. Well, she's a co-anchor of the third hour of Today.
Is she like what Ann Curry used to be?
No, it's more like, maybe like the side person. Like
that's what Ann Curry used to be when it was.
She sometimes did that when it was Matt and Katie, like that kind of thing. Yeah, a little bit like that. But then she also, Al, Craig, and Dylan, they are the part of the third hour. So they are the four co-hosts, and they just host everything. So they would do things together. She was like a backup dancer for Janet Jackson. She's like a super good dancer. Like she did all of the routine and everything. Like she was on the concert stage with Janet because that was part of what the Today Show was, doing at the time. And so anyway, so she's just this ray of sunshine. So everybody's like, she's so sweet. She's so nice. She's always smiling. And then for her to have to go through this. So of course, Al and Craig and Dylan, they were like, we can't go anywhere without people like, how's Sheinelle? Is she okay? Let her know I went through the same thing. Let her know that, I have a husband who passed away too, and da-da-da, and da-da-da, like all of these different things. So she just said she really could feel the love from all of that.
I believe that.
And that although her home, meaning, her husband is gone, that the Today Show is also her home. Yeah. So therefore she was like, when I came here, I was like, am I just going to bawl? Am I going to be okay? And then she said, you know what? I got here and it just felt comforting. Yeah. And I saw people on the plaza and they were all, so positive and so sweet. So she said she has good days and bad days. And so,
I can get that.
So I know it has to be tough. So I just wanted to just share some information in regards to that with Sheinelle coming back to the show for anybody who had been wondering where she was.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, but also I'm at work, so I don't see the Today Show.
A lot of people don't know, but some people who did, were like, wait, is she upset about something? It wasn't that. It was that she was going through her own family tragedy, really. All right. So on that note, that's it for
Sestra-Tainment.
Everybody have a wonderful week. Take care of yourself and each other, and we'll talk again soon.
Bye.